Check out the video description for details. It's Monday, September 11th. We've got a great show for you today. We'll talk a little bit about Activision, some news about the next upcoming Call of Duty, not World War II, the one after that. Take a little look at GameStop as it's been recovering for the past month here, and looking at a viewer pick that is poised to explode this week. Then at the end of the show, we'll lay out what's coming up this week, as it's a huge news week. Lots of headlines going to be coming from Apple, Nintendo, and they're going to have a big impact. So let's jump right in, and we're going to talk Call of Duty. We're going to talk Treyarch and Activision and what they've got coming up. There's some news on what we may expect for their next Call of Duty. This is the one after World War II. So Activision, one of our favorite stocks, doing extremely well. And over at Charlie Intel, they have little news about a job posting that suggests that the next Call of Duty could be modern day. So they have a posting there that it's looking for modern military technology. Treyarch has always been really far in the future or in the past. So interesting of what they come up with. Black Ops has been one of their more popular ones, and all of the ones that Treyarch comes out with have been my favorite Call of Duty. So we'll put a link to the article there, and keep an eye out for this. It's a little early, but after World War II launches, we'll start getting our initial teases for what Treyarch's coming out with. Really interested to see. Maybe they'll be the first ones to return to the Nintendo Switch, but here's hoping. GameStop is a stock that we've been following. We say own it. We like it long term. It's been doing terrible this year. We say own it, collect the dividend. But one of the things that people do is they like to trade it. A lot of our viewers love to trade GameStop, and let's pull up. It's up a little bit here. I'll pull up the full screen stock chart, and we'll look over the last month or so. After the big drop off, they take about a month to work their way back up, as you can see, and that's what they're doing. So a lot of people, they like to get in when it shows a bottom. The upside should be close to 21, 22 bucks, somewhere around in there. So look for them to go up over the next month. Still got a little time to buy in and get part of that bump there. They'll be flat for the year, but after earnings, they always disappoint. Knock down, works its way back up, trades sideways, next earnings drops off. So a little more time to get in on that bump. We'll be watching that continuously here. Now, for the big one, this stock is apparently poised to break out big this month during earnings. Micron, we've talked about it in the past. Pretty decent stock, pretty decent company. It's a viewer pick, and it's done extremely well. And it's up today quite a bit. Let me pull up the chart here. And analysts are speculating that this is going to take off. It's up 2%. Market as a whole has been doing very well as people forget about North Korea, and luckily the hurricane wasn't as bad as it could have been. Still devastating, but so the market's shifting away from that news. And Micron is it's a lot of people's pick for this month to have huge upside. Analysts over at Tip Ranks, where they get together what all the analysts are saying, upside 28%. It's a price target of 42. The low price target is 36. So you got $3 already there from where it's trading right now. It's at 33.19. So Micron, it's a viewer pick. It's a stock that we've said, hey, this could be a potential good one. This could be the month for a big breakout. Everyone's saying so. So we're going to keep an eye on that during the month. Micron symbol is MU. Take a look at it if you got a little extra, and maybe time to buy in. So the rest of this week is pretty much we're going to be covering gaming stock. Big items coming up are tomorrow around this time. Apple's going to have their conference. We'll probably live stream it or something. Take a look at that. Maybe we'll play Splatoon while we live stream it. But big announcements from Apple coming up. could have some impact on not only Apple but other people as we look at it. So, potential new iPhone and Apple TV, which could impact a lot of the developers and a lot of gaming people. I will put a link to a bunch of articles. Go over to Mac Rumors. They have a ton of them. Basically, a lot of info is leaked already of what they're going to show, but the new Apple TV could be a huge boost to it. 3 gigs of RAM, A10 Fusion chips, which is like the iPad Pro, so could be a good gaming device. They also have the leaks from iOS 11 that shows kind of what's going to be at the event. So I'll let you look at them if you want to get the leaks, but I'm gonna wait and see when the actual event comes out. So I'll put those articles there for you to read. Mac Rumors is a great site, so check that out. Now the other big one that's coming up on the 13th is the Nintendo Direct, which is going to be 45 minutes. So got a link here. I'll post it in the video over at Nintendo Life. It's all over the place about Nintendo Direct 13th. 45 minutes, and they're talking about Switch games and everything that's coming out for the year end as they make a holiday push. New information on the new Mario game, and God knows what else. We've seen Rockstar, they're a developer of Take-Two Interactive, get into it with LA Noire. Maybe some new Capcom stuff as they get Resident Evil titles pushed out. Could we possibly get some Square Enix Project Octopath Traveler news, which looks like a fantastic game? Bethesda's getting in the mix with Skyrim. Activision hasn't had a lot of Switch news, so maybe we'll get some of that. Sega. It's all out there. It's all could potentially show up there. We don't know what's going to happen on the Nintendo Direct, showcasing some new titles. So, anyone, any ideas are out there. So it's going to be big news, and it's going to focus on a lot of these companies here. So we'll see what happens, and that's kind of what we're going to be looking at all this week is what's coming out from Apple and what's coming out from the Nintendo Direct as it impacts a lot of these gaming studios, and that's who we focus on and investing in. So give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave us some feedback, questions, anything you want in the comments below, and subscribe if you haven't already to get the latest investing news for gamers. Big week ahead. Nintendo Switch news, Apple news, so very exciting, and we'll see it. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.